The imperialists, those who were willing and able to send out men and arms to distances very far from Europe in order to expand their territory and gather riches from around the world, were willing to go to great expense and send people to very great distances. We can get an idea of this by taking a virtual Google Earth tour, traveling from London around the world to South Africa and then to the Sea of Japan to see just how far they had to travel. And remember, they were traveling at first in very rather slow wind-dependent sailing ships. By the later 19th century, they were able to make greater progress using steam power. So we start in the port of London and we head down the Thames River, sailing east out into the English Channel. And then we turn southwest, heading out past France in the English Channel down around Spain and out into the Atlantic along the coast of Africa. By the time we have arrived in South Africa, we have traveled over 7,000 miles to get to where they settled Cape Town in South Africa, a very important British colony for many years. And then if we were to leave Cape Town, we would travel toward the east and then north along Africa, traveling up past Madagascar, up past Somalia, what is called the Horn of Africa, into the Arabian Sea, going along across the Arabian Sea, around India, past Sri Lanka, the little teardrop off India, into the Bay of Bengal over here. Then across the Bay of Bengal into the East Indies. The East Indies today, the country of Indonesia, which happens to be the largest Muslim country in the world, that is in terms of population. There are more Muslims in Indonesia, this island nation. The voyage continues down the Malacca Strait between Indonesia here and Malaysia, Singapore down at the bottom. And then it turns north once again, sailing up towards the country of Vietnam. Saigon was here, now called Ho Chi Minh City. By the time that we get to South Vietnam era, we have traveled over 9,000 miles from South Africa. So 7,000 miles to South Africa, and now 9,000 additional miles over to the coast of Vietnam in the South China Sea. Heading up here towards the Gulf of Tonkin, we'll instead move along the coast of China, from the South China Sea up to the East China Sea, sailing between the mainland and the island of Taiwan. For years, we recognized Taiwan as China. So in the 1960s, the China seat in the United Nations was held by the people of Taiwan, then called Formosa. Sailing north, we come to Korea. This is South Korea today and what is North Korea. And from the East China Sea over to the Sea of Japan. By the time we arrive in Japan, we have sailed 12,000 miles. So a 12,000 mile journey, 7,000 to Africa, and another 12,000 over to Japan for almost 20,000 miles for our total voyage. Starting back in Tower Bridge in London. And that's the end of our tour.